Definitely have not played that before.
It's not a really sparkling region.
Yeah, kind of a weird startup.
Yeah.
Kind of thin.
Yeah. It works though.
I should really have a pencil and mark the part that I play solo. I like to know when do I have to stop.
It's technically unison, but I have that part.
Oh, okay. It's unison?
Yeah.
All right. That's good to know too.
I'll never play it.
Never play it. That's fine. I'm going to mark that in my parts. Go in for Rita?
Yep. Brings me back to my high school band days. Hey, the light's back.
Thank you. That's so nice.
I like how they keep changing the shadows.
That is actually our light show.
Is it?
Yeah.
We ran on a budget for a laser show, so.
Yeah, it was much easier to read the music with the light.
Okay, we ready for this one?
No, never am.
Alrighty then.
And repeat. I had some moments in it too. I'm like, I remember that.
It's been a while.
Yeah. favorite concert band marches? If we were to Roca? Oh,
It's a really good one.
I had never known it before the brass quintet. I
Oh, really?
know the piece, yeah.
the text store?
It's a staple of public school band.
You can get to play it.
This is the Leo Bonai.
Absolutely, yes. Like flowers to the kitchen, Obla-dee, Obla-das to the brass quintet.
An ocean breathing hazard? Or
What's that?
an ocean breathing hazard?
All right, repeats. Repeats.
Yeah, we should do them. Mine are marked as
With
doable.
repeats.
Yeah.
With repeats.
Do we usually do
I
it?
would mark with no repeats.
Oh, really?
I have.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. No
Mine says,
repeats.
no, mine
Yeah.
says with repeats. All right, I'll do whatever you guys do.
No repeats.
Sounds
No
really
repeats. No repeats?
No repeats.
All right,
No repeats.
I'll go with the majority.
Every other person, every other repeat.
Ah, there you go.
No repeats.
take turns deciding on the moment.
Flip a coin every time.
Yes, right. Just yell
All right,
it
no
out.
repeats.
We'll give you 2 bars of 2. 1, 2, and.
That's just fine without repeats.
Yeah.
That is, it is. It's just you
Get
gotta
our
remember.
house cleaning down.
Ah, very nice.
Pick your next couple numbers.
Yeah.
Going to the Thunder.
Let's skip the thunder.
Shenandoah.
Sounds hard. Shenandoah's maybe a bit of a downer for me. This old man. Okay.
Soul Man. Soul Man.
How about if we close and go back to
Good evening. Good evening and welcome to the campus of Saginaw Valley State University and to the James O'Neill Jr. Arena in the Ryder Center for Health and Physical Education.
Know you Banks and Brays will buy.
No doubt, you are eagerly anticipating tonight's commencement and are proud of the accomplishments of the person you are here to celebrate. Before the ceremony begins, allow me to share with you a few housekeeping notes. The Ryder Center, like all buildings on campus, is a tobacco-free, no-smoking facility. University policy permits smoking only in parking lots. The audience is requested to stand during the processional, remain standing for the national anthem, and stand again during the recessional. A professional photographer will take pictures of the graduates as they cross the stage. Information about the photographer's company is on page 3 of the red commencement program booklet. Personal photographs or videos may be taken from your seat. To preserve the view for each member of the audience, we ask that no photographs or videos be taken from any area of the floor during the ceremony. Please observe common courtesy by refraining from the use of artificial noisemakers such as air horns and devices that could cause physical harm to persons in attendance or that could disrupt the ceremony. Also, please familiarize yourselves with all emergency exits, and note that some emergency exits are behind the curtain and stage, exiting to the east. After the ceremony, all guests are invited to join graduates, faculty, and staff for additional photo opportunities in the East Arena. When the ceremony ends, you may follow the graduates as they proceed behind the stage. Thank you again for your attention. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Again, congratulations to you and your family for this accomplishment.
Mine says trombone.
I do.
So, ma'am?
That's been around forever, hasn't it?
Now we should be calling it this old arrangement.
Uh-oh. Boys and girls, you're missing one page.
Take a page.
Go to,
No
144.
DC. My notes say to plug the FSO patch. Should I go up there? I just like to talk
You
to
might want to skip it, Jeff. Sorry.
Thanks.
Missing a
Can't
page.
find it.
No, fine? Okay. Pink
Do we have that
bathroom.
memorized, John?
Not that one.
We're doing pink?
Pink. We may have to, we'll add when I'm 64 after that. Just because I
Alright.
can see it.
All right. Sounds fine. When I'm 64.
Pink?
Yes. Sorry, guys.
Is that I?
One, two, one, two.
Good remembering. That was funny, Liz. We were both.
Nice imitation of my ornaments. I like that. That's nice.
All right.
We won.
One last little riff on the Beatles.
64?
Oh, probably.
On the first one, you want to do the second? Oh, yeah, we should.
Second one has to be repeated.
Okay, so
Yeah.
three times on the
Yeah.
But A, no.
What do we got to do 3 times?
L is
The
3 times.
final
L
repeat.
3 times. Okay.
But we
That's
will
the
not
only
repeat
repeat
A?
we do.
Okay.
Other repeats? No.
Okay, I start.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep. Go ahead.
We're still good. We're on TV.
We're good. Just change your lips. fist is going to be we're done.
All right?
Well, you really look good in red. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand for our national anthem and remain standing for the invocation, which will be presented by Dr. Mamie Thorns.
As we are standing here tonight, a part of each graduate dream realized, let us give thanks together in a moment of silence. This ceremony, in all its pomp and circumstance, unites us in our dreams of promise and equality for all. It allows us to collectively celebrate our graduates' accomplishments, our cultures, our ideas, and our hopes. We commemorate the very best within each of us here in this moment together. Our hearts swell with gratitude. We humbly appreciate the support of the graduates' families, their loved ones, their teachers, mentors, peers, and all who have stood behind us, putting aside differences with an eye toward a promising future that is marked by tonight's commencement. May each graduate, and all who gather here not forget the power of this moment. May this evening be a reminder that hard work, diligence, support, and tenacity are what have brought us to this night with you. Recall the power of this moment, the common bond we share, the inclusive celebration of achievement and success among the diversity of people who are united for a dream, one for all and one for all. Thank you.
Please be seated. The pre-concert was presented by the Flint Symphony Brass Quintet. Please join me in expressing our appreciation to them. Welcome to Saginaw Valley State University, Winter 2015 graduation ceremony. I would like to take a moment to introduce Saginaw Valley State University's governing board members who are with us this evening. These citizens are appointed by the governor of the state of Michigan to serve this university and they do so with commitment and distinction. I will ask them to stand and then ask you to join me in thanking them for their service to our university. Please hold your applause until they are all introduced. The chairperson of the governing board, Mr. Jeffrey Martin. Vice chairperson, Kathy Ferguson. Secretary, Janae Velasquez. Treasurer, Scott Carmona. Mr. Dennis Durko. Mr. David Gamas. John Kunitzer. Jerome Yantz. Please join me in thanking them for their service. We have a representative group of faculty and staff with us this evening. To our graduates, these faculty and staff are Saginaw Valley State University. And now I now ask them all to stand. Please recognize them for the work which brings honor to our university. Thank you. There are 3 faculty and staff members here tonight who will be retiring from full-time service at SVSU, and I would like to recognize those individuals. Please stand when I call your name. Dr. Sam Sarkar, Dr. Basil Clark. Dr. Clark has completed 40 years of service with SVSU, and Dr. Sarkar has completed 46 years of service to SVSU. Ms. Cynthia Werderski, Director of the Disability Services at SVSU, is completing 25 years of service. Let's give them all a hand for their great work. As part of our May commencement ceremony, we traditionally acknowledge 2 very important awards given to members of the faculty. The Landy Award for Teaching Excellence and the Warwick Award for Excellence in Research. I now ask Dr. Deborah Huntley, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, to introduce the recipients whose accomplishments are detailed in your program.
The late Dr. Frank A. Landy was a Dow Chemical Company research scientist who taught here in the early days of Saginaw Valley State University. The Frank A. Landy Teaching Excellence Award is presented each year to an outstanding member of the faculty. This year, the recipient is Dr. Tammy Civey, Associate Professor of Chemistry. You'll find a brief biography of Dr. Civey in your program. Dr. Civey, please stand and be recognized for this honor. The late Earl L. Warwick Award for Excellence in Research is made possible by an endowment from the Dow Corning Company in recognition of Dr. Warwick, who served for 41 years as an outstanding researcher. Dr. Warwick also served as Dean of the SVSU College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. This year, the Warwick Award is presented to Dr. Paul Teed, Professor of History. You will also find his biography in your program. Unfortunately, Dr. Teed could not be with us this evening, but I'm sure that we all are grateful for his work.
Our commencement speaker tonight is Dr. Harold Wilde. He is President Emeritus of the North Central College in Naperville, Illinois. A native of Wisconsin, Dr. Wilde worked in state government in higher education before being named North Central's president in 1991. During his 22-year tenure, the college saw a tenfold increase in its endowment, continuous balanced budgets, and 100% growth in its full-time undergraduate enrollments. And they also received the largest individual corporate and foundation gifts in college history. By any measure, he was a most successful university president. Dr. Wilde received his undergraduate degree with high honors from Amherst College and his PhD in government from the Harvard University. It was while he was conducting his doctoral research that he studied the Detroit Police Department and crossed paths with a young, impressionable police cadet at that time, yours truly. He encouraged me to pursue higher education, and I am forever grateful for that encouragement. Throughout the years, he has remained a valued mentor to me. There's a lesson there for all of us. A simple word of encouragement often can have very profound effects. It's a pleasure to introduce a learned scholar and my good friend, Dr. Hal Wilde.
What a great day to be a Cardinal. President Bashand, board members, faculty, staff, alumni, parents, friends and family, and distinguished members of the Saginaw Valley State University class of 2015. It is a great treat for me to be with you on this most memorable day. Last year, I wrote about my 22 years of presiding at occasions like this in a Time magazine article that appeared online. They wrote, quote, "The ideal commencement speaker is a household name, has landed on the moon, won a Nobel Prize and a few NBA championships, was on the cover of last week's People magazine, and will bring front-page publicity to the school like George Marshall's announcement of the Marshall Plan at Harvard's 1947 commencement, forever glorifying your graduation day." That's the ideal commencement speaker. I am none of the above. But here's the good news. Elsewhere in that column, I said that a commencement speaker should get in and get out fast. And recognize that this is a day which is all about the graduates and their families, not the speaker. So I will be brief, and you don't have to take notes. I believe I'm here for 3 reasons: the promise that my remarks will be short, the fact that my old school, North Central College, is also known as the Cardinals and famous for its track teams and runners. So even if I have a senior moment and flashback to my stage in Naperville, Illinois, references to Cardinal pride and Cardinal Nation will not fall on deaf ears. And finally, and most importantly, as your president has already indicated, because I am the only person in the auditorium who refers to your esteemed and honorable president, Dr. Bashand, as Don the Cadet, as I have for 45 years. My wife and I became friends with Don in 1970, when a day after our marriage, we moved to Detroit from the East Coast to research my PhD dissertation on the Detroit Police Department. I was an alien from Harvard University, a fish out of water, embedded in the administrative hierarchy of the department. And Don was a young, bright-eyed, and extremely funny cadet in the commissioner's office. He was 18 years old, and who proved invaluable in navigating the politics of a place that wasn't exactly intellectual friendly. I could tell you stories about that year. Oh, could I tell you stories? Okay, just one. On one of my wife's and my trips driving back to Massachusetts with our car full of newborn puppies, don't ask, the engine on our Volkswagen blew up in London, Ontario. I was a recently married graduate student with no money. I had 6 puppies and their mom in the back seat. I had a dead car in a foreign country. And I had to get to Cambridge a day later. Who are you gonna call? Don the cadet. 3 hours later, he arrives with a spare car for us to drive to the East Coast and a trailer to haul the dead Volks back to Detroit. Who you gonna call? Indeed. When Saginaw Valley State University picked on the cadet to lead this great institution into its second half-century, you got the rare PhD who can rebuild an engine, clean up somebody else's mess, and always be there when you need them. You did good. They don't come any better. And for what I know about this university, President Bashan's character, energy, intelligence, humility, and sense of humor are a good match with what makes an SVSU education and an SVSU graduate so special. This isn't a place that's full of itself, and neither are its students and alumni. Ambitious and spirited, proud yet not boastful, but steady and reliable. SVSU's growth over a half-century is remarkable. So too is its record of preparing people who know how to do the job, who you can depend on in the crunch, and who won't demand the credit. Saginaw Valley's sweet spot is top-notch faculty who put students first. Enough of my praise and sweet talk. Commencement addresses, you're supposed to give advice. My kids wouldn't listen to my advice forever, and I couldn't get away with it at North Central, but you're stuck. It is, after all, a commencement tradition. Fortunately, because of the pushback from my own children and now grandchildren, as well as years of sitting where President Bashan is now sitting, have taught me to limit that advice. So here goes, 4 simple suggestions. Number 1, begin every day by looking in the mirror and saying, "It's a great day to be a Cardinal." There was an Academy Award-winning movie 40 years ago where the main character, a newscaster, asked the nation to join him in opening their windows and shouting, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore." I think far too many people these days are waking up to some variation of that mantra, maybe watching some of the cable news shows. That mantra doesn't get you anywhere, and it doesn't move the planet along. For the past quarter century, as the president of an institution whose mascot was the Cardinal, I've taken my own advice, saying every morning, "It's a great day to be a Cardinal." And I can tell you it works. As a SVSU Cardinal, you have been and always will be part of something larger, and you can take great pride in what that heritage and degree mean. The advice, begin every day saying it's a great day to be a cardinal, might be restated in my mother's words, approach every day as the gift it is from the Lord. Here's something else I learned from my mom. In your dealings with others, before you jump to conclusions, assume good faith. My mother used to drive my siblings and me crazy because she never imputed bad motives to anyone, including teachers who gave us a hard time or bad grades. Once she was driving in a tough part of Milwaukee, and at a stop sign, a menacing man opened her car door and jumped in. She turned to him and asked, "Where can I take you?" He was so nonplussed that he let her drive him home. End of story. And there were many like it for her 95 years. I'm not naive. There is evil in this world, but if you assume good faith, the likelihood of reciprocation increases dramatically. Poet Carl Sandburg is credited with the story of a stranger who arrives at a new town and asks the first person he meets, what kind of people live in this community? What kind of people were in the place you left? They were mean, nasty people. That's what you'll find here. A second stranger arrives with the same question and gets the same question in response. They were wonderful, generous people. I hated to leave them. That's exactly the kind of people you will meet here. So be an optimist. It's a great day to be a cardinal, and always practice good faith. My third piece of advice, never stop learning. For 22 years at North Central College, I ended commencement with my old man story. Compassion and empathy. On the wall in my office for all my years as a college president was a picture of Dorothy Day, the founder of the Catholic worker movement. This humble but very strong woman who, like Jesus, washed the feet of the homeless, impacted thousands directly and many more indirectly, including Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., through the network of inner-city settlement houses she established. Her leadership philosophy quoted the philosopher William James, and it's a quote that I return to over and over again. Quote, "I am done with great things and big things, great institutions and big success, and I am for those tiny, invisible, molecular, moral forces that work from individual to individual, creeping through the crannies of the world like so many rootlets, or like capillary oozing of water, yet which, if you give them time, will rend the hardest monuments of man's pride." That's the message I want to leave with the class of 2015. Moving the planet along isn't just about powerful oratory and earth-shaking actions taken from Olympian heights. It isn't about making lots and lots of money. It's about serving and being a servant. It's about what we do every day as partners and spouses, parents and neighbors, employees and employers, citizens. It's about witnessing for values in all the little ways and big that each of us is privileged to lead until, in time, we rend the hardest monuments of man's pride. It starts today with your graduation. And what a great day it is to be a cardinal. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Wilde. We now have arrived at the principal reason for this ceremony, the conferring of degrees. SVSU still holds to the tradition of speaking each name individually. This may take a while, but it's more than worth it. For each name spoken represents the pride and hopes of an individual and their family and friends. Applause and cheering are welcome, but please be courteous to others and allow the next name to be announced. The first candidates are those who have earned graduate degrees. I now ask Dr. Deborah Huntley, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, to the podium to present these candidates.
Thank you, Mr. President. Will the
Valerie LaQuisha Dansby. Soyla Noemi Castillo. Stephanie Lynn Servini. Harsha Priya Sinha. Liliana Schmidt. Youssef Hisham Laban. Gaith Salim Alotabi. Eshwar Mundharur Shivalinga Murthy. Brian R. Fritz. Brian Patrick Shark. Gerald Henry Nelson. Tyler Daniel Yan. Timothy E. Miller. Aaron Christopher Bond. Wayne Andrew Lewis Sanders. Sean M. Al-Khatib. Mohammed Nasser Al-Wahibi. Eric R. Swinson. Melissa Lou Birch. Angela Sarah Jargis. Lynn Ann Bloom. Halima Mahfouz Al-Hashem. Billy Joe P. Estep. Henry Sang-hyun Shin. Quan Zhang. Yu-Chu Jin. Yao-Yu Song. Jennifer Lynn Parrish. Michael Dennis Stackhouse. Christine Lynn Buchinger. Stephanie Nicole Fortin. Ryan Timothy Gibo. Caitlin Ann Nagy. Julie Ann Pierce. Tamara Riggins Sawyer. Brittany Welch. Trisha Lynn Kamashek. Shanna Lynn Milne.
You are well prepared for leadership in your professions and communities. Serve them proudly and well. Now, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Control of Saginaw Valley State University, I am pleased and proud to confer upon you the graduate degrees you've earned, together with the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations to all of you. Please be seated. We will now proceed with the awarding of baccalaureate degrees. I call upon Dr. Rama Yelker to come to the podium to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Business and Management.
Will the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in business administration and professional accountancy, and also the Bachelor of Arts in Economics, please stand? On behalf of the faculty of the College of Business and Management, it is my pleasure to congratulate you as you launch your careers in business or pursue further education. Your efforts have paid off, and tonight, as we celebrate you, we remind you to take pride in your SVSU business degree. Wherever in the world you may be, we look forward to hearing your success stories and to welcoming you back as our alumni. You make us proud. Will the candidates please come forward?
Kevin Daniel LaRock. Charlotte Elizabeth Norfleet. Elizabeth Ann Hubble Radosa. Gregory R. Gaskin, Jr. Brielle Marie Robinson. Erica Jeline Hammond, summa cum laude. Colleen Elizabeth McClure, summa cum laude. Effie Ellen Spieth, summa cum laude. Danielle Ann Wood, magna cum laude. Erica Lynn Root, summa cum laude. Valerie K. Burbina, magna cum laude. Andrea Nicole Rickard, cum laude. Monica Jane Terry, cum laude. Jessica Rose Marshall. Elise Barbara Latimer. Katie Erin Elizabeth Wright, magna cum laude. Rebecca Claire Petrus. Kirsten Elizabeth Wilson, summa cum laude. Shannon Elizabeth Siebold, magna cum laude. Savannah Marie Wozniak, summa cum laude. Kayla Marie Bisher, summa cum laude. Jordan Elizabeth Findley, cum laude. Melissa Michelle Brogan, summa cum laude. Wesley Allen Condon. Tyler W. Staub. Jeffrey Ronald Sului. Armand John Babridge. Anthony Nolan Peel, magna cum laude. Justin Alexander Walker, magna cum laude. Samiqua Harris. James Thomas Zabowski. Ashley Marie Craig. Colton Dwayne Stoneman. Peter Herschel Baumgartner. Elizabeth Daniel Jackson. Jane Olive Balkovich. Sarah Shirley Helen Clammer, summa cum laude. Aaron Frederick Cedar, cum laude. Courtney Paige Graustein. Rachel Lynn Stocky, summa cum laude. Cameron Michael Arndt. Casey Jordan Smith. Christine Barbara Schmidt, magna cum laude. Douglas Edward Bohm, Jr. Emily Page Wagner. Shelley Wagner, Associate Director of the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute, will present the diploma to her daughter. Andrew William Rexford. Tristan Edward Freitas. Maisha Onye Smith, cum laude. Brianna Caprice Graham. Arterio Montique Sykes, Jr. Patricia Ann Smith Natel. Jason Matthew Washington. Frank Demetrius Sanders. Lawrence Keith Brown. Murtada Mohammed Jabi. Trent Thomas Campbell. Aaron D. Smith. Jason M. Smith. Denny Rue, cum laude. Thomas William Grantham II, cum laude. Michael Frederick Schwab. Eric James Jackson. Chelsea Marie Kernstock, magna cum laude. Hope Rebecca Gantner, summa cum laude. Michael John DeGrand III. Nicholas Howard Diener. Cynthia Maria Medellin Vicario. Matthew Ronald Gotham. Jillian Renee McIntyre. Maggie May Tucholsky, summa cum laude. Kayla Marie Stringer, cum laude. Katie Lynn Powell. Mai Sing Lee. Marquita Irvice Preston. Michael Angelo Ariano. Claudia Ariano, SVSU Alumni Board member, will present the diploma jacket to her son. Joshua Eric Hill. Heidi Lynn Killingbeck. Megan Ann Short. Hani Chen. Rachel Catherine Louise Greskowiak. Kyle Vincent Parks. Holly Jean Laser. Anastasia Pearson Aubrey, summa cum laude. Kelly Marie Poston. Lawrence Ian Patterson, cum laude. Connor Douglas Rayum. Morley Newman Burns III. Kenneth Ashton Lindsay. Joseph Ray Eddy. Giaquinto Quincy Kennedy. Elise Marie Wood. Abdul Rahman Fahad Al-Rayas. Khalid Ibrahim Dugaither. Mohammed Samzi Al-Bosala. Reda Abdullah Al-Salah. Abdullah Talad Joarji. Sahid Al-Asiri. Assam Adel Momina. Sultan Hamza Asab. Hao Chen. Gianna Sun. Ni. Boyu Jin. Han Yin, cum laude. Yuzhen Zheng, cum laude. Xiaoshang Ji. Allah Mohammed Al-Nazi. Anhar Mustafa Al-Nasser. Micah Jack Skidmore, magna cum laude. Eric Stephen Gandy. Alyssa Marie Weber. Kaylee Ann Bell. Rosalie Ann Stackpole, cum laude. Megan Lauren Holmes. Evan Michael Linsky, magna cum laude. Brandon Dale Woods, magna cum laude. Alexander Jack Cole, magna cum laude. Braden Charles Yoakum. Andrew Eugene Dombrowski, cum laude. Max Curtis Seiler, summa cum laude. Kayla Marie Pantaleo, summa cum laude. Cody Joseph Estep. Abdullah Hassan Al-Faraj. Ali Al-Mateb. Hadi Jaffer Salim, cum laude. Sajjad Abdul Hadi Al-Mashama, cum laude. Alexandria Nicole Strachan. Diamond Desiree Black.
Please join me in applause. You may be seated.
I now call upon Dean Judy Ruland to come to the podium to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees and certifications in the College of Health and Human Services.
Will the candidates in the Crystal M. Lang College of Health and Human Services please stand? Your goal for a career in healthcare or human services is becoming a reality. And currently, there are many opportunities to serve in those areas, and we are really proud of you. What you do with those opportunities will be something for which you as professionals are both responsible and accountable, and we wish you well. Will the candidates please come forward?
Linda Faye Love. Benjamin Chauncey Wiltsey, cum laude. Claire Renee Brookhuizen, cum laude. Krista Rose Watson, cum laude. Tia Ajay Morgan. Bria Lena Terry. Laisha Kenise Rattler, cum laude. Chelsea Summer Fentress. Tamika Jennifer Bertrand. Zanini Yaniel Graves. Asia D. Price. Jorenda K. Hardaway. Lauren Verdon Ewing. Tamika Corvette Winters. Debvenisha Deshawn Harris. Erica Danielle Das. Sabrina A. Clark. Amelia Sudish Jacobs. Bradley Michael Fotopoulos. Amber Lynn Templeton, summa cum laude. Rosa Linda Smith, summa cum laude. Lisa Lynn Balderstone, magna cum laude. Chelsea Janelle Conroy. Jamie Elena Koss. Tanya Angela Kendra, magna cum laude. Tammy Lynn Ruderbush. Ashley Ann Tomaszewski. Jessica Lynn Picard. Haley Ann Mears. Pamela Jean Vogel, summa cum laude. Cheryl Lee Hodges, summa cum laude. Andrea Nicole McCauley. Mallory Elizabeth Trumbull, summa cum laude. Ashley Lauren Sansom, summa cum laude. Danielle S. Swinesberg. Kimberly B. Uhlman, cum laude. Hoi Wen Lee. Isaac Collins. Brittany M. Howard, summa cum laude. Susanna Louise Graham, summa cum laude. Taylor Lynn Brown, magna cum laude. Brandon James Bishop. Dima George Benham, cum laude. Sarah Lynn Devitt. Lulla Elizabeth Longworth, magna cum laude. Stephanie Cora Peterson, magna cum laude. Chelsea Anna Brown, magna cum laude. Paige Eileen Bell. Holly Ann Klein, cum laude. Caitlin Rose Ellison. Allison Ann Keel. Alexandra Lynn Demo, cum laude. Rosalind Renee Lewis Tillman. Melinda F. Townsend. Sarah Nicole Parks. Lindsay K. Arnett. Jessica Ray Julian, magna cum laude. Michael Jacob Lucio. Natalie Elise Puya. George Puya, Dow Chemical Company Centennial Chair in Global Business, will present the diploma jacket to his daughter.
Really proud of you. Good. Yeah,
Tania Ann Knoll, magna cum laude. Tatum Marie Goldufsky, cum laude. Jenna Lynn Stauffer, cum laude. Jordan Nicole Trowbridge. Jessica Jane Sitkowski. Alexandria Crystal Turner. Jasmine Marie Scott. Kiera Martise Crawford Knox. Chantanique Lachey Beverly. Shanice Monet Draper. Chelsea Marie Oder, cum laude. Dorothy Denise Schuler, cum laude. Christina Mary Toyson. Jeremy Andrew Voss, cum laude. Alexander J. Albrecht, summa cum laude. Andrew Kenneth Robeson. Alexander Leo DeBernardi. Andrew Norman Mayrand. Andrew James Frederick Price. Christopher William Kennedy. Joseph Warren Kennedy. Kayla Rose Sarr, summa cum laude. Corey James Howe, cum laude. Carrie Ann Tennyson, summa cum laude. Kelsey Ann Dubbs. Kara Lynn Leitonen. Melissa K. Morris. Sierra Travon Warren. Tasha Lee Letty. Bakr Jawad Al-Ghafli. Shauna Marie Cruz. Benjamin Scott Thomas. Victoria Elaine Smith, cum laude. Rhonda Lynn Cook, cum laude. Gayla Disha Cotton, magna cum laude. Samantha Ann Langston, summa cum laude. Nicole Noel English, magna cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Ackerman, magna cum laude. And Selma Jean Harris. Brooke June Barr, summa cum laude. Carla Ray Ruppert. Roland Gregory Thomas III. Corey John Feedham. Eric Couthen. Eric Anthony Pachota. Lindsay Jane Lykowski. Chelsea Ann Adcock. Carrie Lee Knight, cum laude. Sophia Catherine Colbus. Megan Marie Perklick, magna cum laude. Miranda Maria Obert. Sarah Rose Hart, magna cum laude. LaShawna Passion Renee Reynolds. Kayla Catherine Freisel, summa cum laude. Ashley Rose Perkins, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Ray Decker, magna cum laude. Chelsea Lynn Du Bois. Cullen Tyler James, magna cum laude. Dr. Scott James, Professor of Computer Sciences and Information Systems, will present the diploma cover to his son. Lindsay Nicole Soland, magna cum laude. Brianna Ada Lisi. Amanda Rose Dupuis. Gregory George Westerman. Tyler Thomas Truxton, cum laude. Joshua Daniel Wensloff, magna cum laude. Emily Faye Danielson. Paige Nicole Milkey, summa cum laude. Jared Michael Slater, cum laude. Jacob Dean Deeroff. Keaton Andrew Ruttinger. Chrissa Lynn Long. Matthew David Lopez, magna cum laude. Rachel Lynn Gregus. Joshua D. Johnson Payne. Deshaun Melick Mingo. Christopher Stephen Peter Hurst. Samantha Lynn Zerzow, cum laude. Christopher Michael Webb. Jacob Johnell, cum laude. Sultan Leila Al-Hazemi. Haider Hassan Al-Madan, cum laude. Jordan Jean Dietrich. Jason Robert McInnes. Crystal Rose Chinevere. Erica Chanel Chandler. Brandy Lynn Burton, cum laude. Samantha K. White, cum laude. Anne Elizabeth Bogey, cum laude. Rachel Blair Hubbard, cum laude. Heather Ashley Sharp, cum laude. Whitney Margaret Pasick, summa cum laude. Amanda Teresa Nutting, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Pearl Lintner, magna cum laude. Christina Elaine Ellis. Brittany Miranda Nonamaker. Jessica Sue Peterson, magna cum laude. Amanda K. Feist, magna cum laude. Jerry Lynn Crowderfield, magna cum laude. Jenny Lee Goschke, cum laude. Tiffany Marie Vetter, cum laude. Julia Elizabeth Soba. Kayla Nicole Kramer. Kyla Marie Kane, cum laude. Cameron Foster Oswalt, summa cum laude. Jessica Nicole Crittenden, magna cum laude. Brianna Evan Johnson. Trina Joyce Wilkinson. Kelly Nicole Quigley. Monica Faye Roller. Amanda Christine Zakar, magna cum laude. Mindy Nicole Langhorn, summa cum laude. Stephen Michael Decatur. Alicia Inez Wasmiller, summa cum laude. Zachary B. Prine, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Hughes, magna cum laude. Megan May Thayer, magna cum laude. Tracy Lynn Braley, cum laude. Kayla Christine Beard, cum laude. Erica Catherine Kapp, magna cum laude. Mindy Marie Miller, magna cum laude. Christine Lee Goss, summa cum laude. Renee Arlene Elizabeth Fromm, summa cum laude. Jamie Marie Otter, magna cum laude. Joshua J. Kennard. Jared Richard Burgess. Celeste Ann Rich, magna cum laude. Katrina Marie Fisher, magna cum laude. Isaac Patterson Veers, magna cum laude. Kelly Joe Riley, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Christine Purchase. Anthony W. Cannon, summa cum laude. Kimberly Ann Long, cum laude. Tamara K. Huntley. Rachel Lynn Martin, summa cum laude. Heather Lynn Hayes, magna cum laude. Heather Renee Walther, summa cum laude. Allison Marianne Ward. Candace R. Short. Elaine Marie Gottler. Zachary Timothy Walega. Jillian Hope Sipes, magna cum laude. Emery Marie Malandowski, magna cum laude. Rachel Lee Moyer, cum laude. Brandon Michael Glaza, summa cum laude. Carly Nicole Maskell. Allison Marie Martin, cum laude. Emma Lee King. Michelle Ann Apsey. Bradley John Allen Kelly, summa cum laude. Justin Daniel Donahue, cum laude. Zachary Joseph Stewart. Gregory Lucas Dawes. Margaret Ann Donnelly, summa cum laude. Kara Lorraine Booms, summa cum laude. Jessica Marie Fenner, summa cum laude. Elena Megan Patriga. Cheyenne Marie Ferris. Latrice Antoinette Wheeler. Stephanie Marie Bond. Sabrina Marie Jennings, summa cum laude. Emily Christine Doyle, magna cum laude. Jessica Tyann Sherrick, cum laude. Nathan Allen Peters, cum laude. Alexandria Rose Marquardt. Valerie Jean Adams, summa cum laude. Jessica Ray Reeves, summa cum laude. Rebecca Elizabeth Workutis, cum laude. Sylvia Marie Varnes, magna cum laude. Marissa Rose Steck, cum laude. Amber Crystal Wade, cum laude. Lisa Lynette Stecker. Megan Marie Gregory. Megan Lynn Griswold. Megan Joy McLaren, summa cum laude. Courtney Renee Timmons, magna cum laude. Rochelle Lorraine Jarzakabowski. Rachel Jean Funk, magna cum laude. Tricia Faye Shepard, magna cum laude. Macy Nicole Miller, summa cum laude. Kelsey Lynn Brasher, magna cum laude. Brian Douglas Brooks, cum laude. Alicia Diane Wright, magna cum laude. Michelle Schultz. Rachel Joan Laschek, cum laude. Maggie Irene Becken, magna cum laude. Anna Elise Schneider, cum laude. Stephanie Rose Trombley, cum laude. Brittany Jo Bartlett, summa cum laude. Eden Louise Hanback. Ashley Sue Reindress. Caitlin Marie Tower. Deborah J. Shark. Jade Janae Johnson. Justin Brian Dalkey. Brian Dalkey, math and physics tutor and adjunct instructor of mathematics, will present the diploma cover to his son. Matthew Joseph Rabine, cum laude. Elias Thomas Chitalis. Taylor Marie Johnston, magna cum laude. Keisha Marie Kuharik. Mark David Osterhoff. Hannah Orlinda McClintock. Jacqueline Nicole Kiss. Caitlin Monique Little. Kelly Denise Heron.
Please join me in applause.
Will the candidates for all baccalaureate degrees please stand? On behalf of your families and your university, let me tell you how very proud we are of you. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Control at Saginaw Valley State University, I am pleased and proud to confer upon you, each of you, the baccalaureate degree you've earned together with the rights and privileges and responsibilities appertaining thereto. You may now move your tassels to the left. You may be seated. We have a few more traditions to honor here, one of which is the induction of all members of the graduating class into the Saginaw Valley State University Alumni Association. I ask Mr. Terry Lutz, President of the SVSU Alumni Association, to come to the podium.
Thank you, President Bashan. Tonight's graduates join 42,000 SVSU alumni who have gone before them. They have made our university proud and are making significant contributions to our region, our state, and our world. Earlier this year, SVSU received the Community Engagement classification from the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching. Only 7% of U.S. colleges and universities have attained this national recognition. While this designation is recent, community engagement has been at the core of SVSU from our very beginning. This approach to hands-on learning and the benefits it provides are evident in our alumni across generations and in tonight's graduates. Every year, the Alumni Association recognizes individuals for their accomplishments. Our 2015 Distinguished Alumnus in the College of Business and Management is Dave Abbs. A certified financial planner, he owns a successful local retirement planning business and has a rich history of community service. Dave has served as the chairman of SVSU's Board of Control and the Saginaw Community Foundation Board. In the College of Health and Human Services, our 2015 Distinguished Alumna is Carmela Jones, a registered nurse and an ordained American Baptist clergywoman. She combines these callings in her profession outside Washington, D.C. She was a pioneer, becoming the first African American to complete a nursing degree at SVSU. Recently, SVSU graduates are embarking on impressive careers as well. Vance Fulton was a member of at least 10 student organizations during his time on campus, serving as a leader in several. A native of the Detroit suburb of West Bloomfield, he has taken that work ethic into his accounting career, having joined one of the nation's leading firms. Jade Subcheck took full advantage of SVSU's extracurricular and academic opportunities, serving as a peer advisor and as secretary of the Student Exercise Science Association. She also presented her research at academic conferences. This helped the native of Bad Axe and Michigan's Thumb receive a coveted spot in graduate school at Northwestern University. Evan Linsky arrived at SVSU having never traveled outside the United States. He graduates having visited 12 countries, and this economics major served as a research assistant for the geography department studying the water quality of local rivers. Evan, who hails from Houghton Lake, will take his interdisciplinary education to Indiana University for a graduate program in environmental affairs. Valerie Adams led a research study on the nutritional practices of SVSU student athletes. She presented her research at the Midwest American College of Sports Medicine Conference, where she was awarded the Undergraduate Research Award of Excellence. A native of the Detroit suburb of Rochester, Valerie is headed to Duke University for their Doctor of Physical Therapy program. Please join me in congratulating all of these outstanding alumni. And the SVSU graduating class of 2015. In addition, I welcome each one of you as new graduates into the SVSU Alumni Association. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lutz. We have just heard about the remarkable success of our alumni, those who are graduating tonight and those who have graduated from SVSU years ago, those who have remained in our region and those who have headed to all corners of the world. These are not isolated examples. They are indicative of the sustained success I have seen from our graduates over many, many years. For tonight's graduates, I offer my hearty congratulations. Your special occasion is the end of a very long journey, one that no doubt had been challenging, occasionally frustrating, times exhausting, but also rewarding, and I hope inspiring. As you prepare to celebrate, let us not forget those who are celebrating with you, your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your spouses, and all of your family and friends who have supported you and sacrificed so much for you. At this time, would the families, friends, and supporters of tonight's graduates please stand and be recognized? Our ceremony is about to end, but I hope tonight serves as a beginning. Now, I know the perils of being the last person standing between the people and the parties, but please indulge with me for one moment. I hope tonight serves as the beginning of a new relationship, because the success of the university and the alumni are forever intertwined. You will make us proud by making yourselves proud. So go make a difference in your careers, your communities, and the lives of others. I hope you will remain active in the Cardinal family. Please remember, we are here to support you in the days and weeks and years to come. And we hope you will continue to show your support for your university. Wear your Cardinal colors with pride. Come back to campus for events. Encourage deserving students to attend SVSU. And yes, brag about us on social media. By the way, my Twitter handle is SVSU Press. Follow me and keep up with your alma mater, and I assure you I will be following you. Please stay in touch, and congratulations once more to all of our graduates, and best wishes. Please rise for the recessional.